Hello there, YouTube. My name is Jacob, and as always here at the PNCLCG is where you want to be. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a brief discussion of the most recent PC Cup car, the Mercedes AMG S63 Coupe, as well as a bit of a live racing setup that I have found for this car that does not require nearly as many fusions or stage 6 parts or anything like that as most of your typical cars do. If you enjoyed today's video, if this is helpful to you, please leave it down in the comments section below. I know some of my crew members have been having a difficult time with the PC Cup lately. It's roughly around a 9.1, 9.2, very difficult to get. You need to have the exact right stage 6 parts, the exact right fusions. So if you're trying to do the PC Cup and you find that this video on this car helps you, please let me know. Please leave a like. Please consider subscribing to the PNCLCG and hit that notifications bell and never miss a video. Switch it to all. Without further ado, let's get to it. Here we go. So, here's mine. Now, as you'll see here on my car, I only have 3 stage 6s, the ones that you see here. I have 29 out of 44 greens, 17 out of 43 blues, and very few pinks. Very, very few pinks. This is my brand new account. Now, I have a bit of an announcement that will be coming out to the channel, so please stay tuned for that. I'm really, really excited to share something with you that has just come up literally just today, that I'm very excited to share with here on the channel. So please keep your eyes open for that. There will probably be more than one video upload today. I am going to be in a great mood because of the news that I have to share. So, first of all, your tune on your Mercedes should look something like this. Nitrous all the way over to the left. Tire pressure, PSI 53 out of 47. And somewhere in here should be your transmission. Now mine is 280 because again I don't have many parts in this car, and it's running a 10.838. I really don't have too many pink fusions, not too many blue fusions, not enough green fusions, and the stage 6 parts that I have just aren't very good. However, with that being said, just checking there at the volume so that I don't blast out your speakers. A lot of people, I'm finding there is a way to drive this car especially that people are not aware of, that when you drive it you can potentially squeeze out enough performance to be able to at the very least get the PC Cup done. So very quickly I'm going to show you exactly what that is. And now I am going to turn the volume up, so please be advised. I've got the volume coming up here. Here we go. Shift immediate into first, then third, nitrous in fifth. So as you can probably see already, this is not the normal tune that has been showcased on a whole bunch of different videos on YouTube about this car. Now, I didn't quite do it perfect there. Let me do a little bit of a better run here. Oop, I messed it up. Again, a little bit. But that's alright. I got most of it right. And it should be a better run. There it is. Perfect. That's what I wanted to showcase. So, take a look at this. 10.634. My dyno is a 10.838. So, if you are currently driving this car and you are not experiencing, regardless of what parts you have in it, if you're not experiencing at least a 0.2 second dyno beating scenario, please consider using this tune or at least this shift pattern. So again, to go over the shift pattern, what you are going to do when you get in here to race your car, As soon as you get your perfect start here, you're going to shift into second gear immediately. You do not hesitate, you don't wait. You're going to shift into third gear somewhere around 3,000 RPM. I'm sure that there's an exact RPM somewhere roughly in there that gets the perfect run. I have not really tested this car out enough to be able to know exactly where that is. I just know that 3,000 RPM somewhere in there roughly is the perfect one. When you shift into fourth, you're going to use your nitrous, but you do not want a perfect shift. You want to get as close to a perfect shift as possible. If you shift at just 7,000 RPM, you're going to kill it. So it's somewhere around 71, 7,200 RPM that you want to shift into your last 3 gears, and you want to make sure that you use your nitrous on your 4th gear. So again, I'm gonna showcase it here so that you aren't just hearing me talk about it. Here we go. Nitrous, I hit the perfect shift, and I got in the 7,000 RPM shift that I didn't want. There we go. We're probably gonna have to try again. Yep, that was not a perfect run by any means. You do not want that perfect shift. In fact, you want no perfect shifts on this car at all. Alright, we've got it so far. Now let's take a look. Oof. I still didn't get it? Huh. That's interesting. I must have either messed with the settings or something, because typically speaking, when you get a perfect shift, it kills the performance. So let me try this again. Okay, so this car does like the perfect shift in the, what was that? 4th gear. 5th gear, you do not need the perfect shift. And then when you do shift into that last gear, you do not want to go all the way down to red line. It slows the car down a little bit. You want to get somewhere right in here. You can get to about whatever that is, 7,400 RPM there. You don't want to go there. You want to be somewhere roughly about 71, 7,200 RPM. You do not want to be at 7,000. That's a little bit too early. So I'm going to try this again one more time. I usually try to get it right beneath the 7,000. Oh, I messed it up again. Alright, so needless to say, I did do 2 runs that were exactly 0.2 above the car's dyno time. So basically, I'm hoping that that shift pattern right there will help you out if you're having some difficulties with this car. Now, here's where we get to the live racing aspect of this car. I'm just gonna change all of the settings here real quickly. Alright. Now, you will notice I have my transmission set to stage 3. I cannot tune the transmission. And yet, this car has over 1,000 Evo. In fact, it has 1125 Evo. It is a monster of a car. Now, I'm going to come all the way down here. I'm going to go back up to here. And I'm going to sit right here. Okay. The dyno says 12.593. I have over 1,000 Evo. I do not have my transmission to stage 4. You do not need it. And that's what's kind of crazy about this car. It's the only car I've ever seen that's like this, where you can get a over 1,000 Evo without the transmission, with the exception being the Ferrari Roma. That car I have actually seen do it quite easily. That is such a funky car like this. So, again, I'm going to use pretty much the exact same shift pattern over here on this setting. Now on this one, you really want to make sure that you don't shift too late when you get all the way up there, or it will kill the run of the car. So I did a 12.363 there on a 12.593 dyno. So that is nearly so it's over 250.250. Now if I perfectly run this car, I can get, very much so, a 0.3 of a second dyno beat out of this car. Let's see if I can do it. There, we're a lot closer. So that certainly helped. Putting the nitrous in the 5th gear was definitely the way to go. And again, 12.337 on a 12.593. So that is the 0.260 dyno beating setup. Now, just to give you a heads up, I have found that for some very odd reason, when you put this green fusion here on the car, I don't know why, I have it currently installed for the sake of this video, for whatever reason, it likes to kill the performance of this car. I have no understanding as to why this is, but it is. So we are going to put this car, oop, that was too far, right here, 12.592. So check that out. I messed up on that run. 12.335 on a 12.592 dyno. If I get the run to be perfect, to be absolutely spot on, this car will beat dyno by 0.3. Oh, I messed it up again. Yep, that run was not what I wanted. So I'm going to try again one more time, just to prove that I can actually do it. I think we got it this time. Yeah, we got it this time. Really? Apparently, we did not get it. Okay. The point being is, this car, on a very low amount of Fusions, stage parts can do extremely well. Now, I have found that when you put this car on a stage 4 transmission, which is what we're going to do right here, and if I go in here to my car, 12.411 instead of a 12.593, and I'm doing this just for those of you at home, just to show what this actually does. So right there we ran, so we have a 12.161 on a 12.411. So we ran about roughly a 0.250 above Dyno. Now, we can tune this car a little bit. I think right here, roughly. Oops, wrong button. Yep, right there is where it's at. Now if I go in here and I test this again, take a look at what happens. I may have hit the nitrous at the wrong spot that time. .218 on a 12.366. Now, I messed up when I used the nitrous, so we're gonna discredit that one. Let's try again. Let's see what we run here. 12.245. So as you can see, when I change this transmission off of here, the car does not want at all to beat Dyno anywhere near as much as it was. So we're going to put the transmission back here to 3rd gear, and we're going to do this one more time. 12.592. Again, we took that green fusion off of the stage 1 tire. Let's take a look. 12.370 on a 12.592. That is not the maximum run that you can get. Not even close. So I think one of the things that changes when you go to this one is you have to wait on that immediate shift into 2nd gear. And also, I think you also shift into that last gear at exactly 7th. No! Huh. The car just absolutely does not want to do what I want it to do today. However, I did do this in testing. Before I did this video, I was able to get a 0.3 of a second run out of this car. And again, with 647 performance points, PP points, over 1,000 Evo, 5 golden stars, tier 5 car, and it was the PC Cup this season. It is quite a decent car. Now, it does not have the same access to fusions that a Ferrari has. It's simply nowhere near on the same level. But if you like this car, if you own this car and you have it, I hope that this video was helpful for you, whether it was for being able to get that better performance out of the car when you went in with whatever your max settings were, or even just being able to find what the potential dyno beating settings are for this car. I'm going to readjust that fusion there. Again, every single part for that dyno beating setup that I showed with the over 1000 Evo, every single part except for nitrous was stage 3. Nitrous was stage 2. You do not need to upgrade your transmission to stage 4. You leave it at stage 3, it does just fine. Now again, I do not have every single green fusion from stage 3 on down, and I don't have every blue or pink. In fact, I have a lot missing. On another account that I have, I was able to do the same thing with only green fusions from stages 1 through 3. So this car is absolutely quite a capable little car. Even on the full-on settings, you can get 0.2, as I showed successfully, out of this car. On lower settings, lower performance point, 1000 Evo, you can get 0.3 out of the car, and at the very least you can get 0.250. But that is going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to this channel. Please consider leaving a like on this video. That really helps me out. That lets me know that you enjoyed today's content, that it might have been potentially helpful to you. And if you had this car and now you know, oh, I got a cool setting I can use for it, please leave it down in the comment section below if you enjoyed that. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing and switching that notifications bell icon to all so you never miss out on a video. If there's anything else you want to see, put it down in that comment section below. But as always, keep it respectful. That's going to do it. As always, my name is Jacob, and here at the PNCLCG is where you want to be. Thank you very much for watching. Have a blessed day.